Okay.
Okay, so where are you
you?
from?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
I am from. Um,
Stay still for the camera.
I'm from South Africa,
Okay.
Cape Town,
Right.
and I've been traveling the States now for almost 6 months,
Okay.
doing interviews with South African immigrants and finding out their stories, why they left the country, and what they currently do in the States.
That's a pretty huge undertaking. I mean, I'm also interested to hear about people and their stories, but not enough to travel the world and leave. Do you have family back home?
I do have a family. Luckily, I am single. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to do this project.
Okay.
I've got 2 kids, Michaela, 21, and my son, 27.
Okay.
They're both in Cape Town. Love their dad. Think he's totally mad to do a project like this.
Right.
But I've been doing mad projects throughout my life. I've always been a bit off the wall and always been an explorer. I've always seen myself as a nomad. Love travel.
Yeah.
Very much a people's person. Love to hear, like I say, I love to hear people's stories. And so next year, this is my second time. Well, I've been to the States a couple of times before, but this is my second time working on this project that I've been here. And next year, I'm planning to do other countries as well: New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Europe, UK, and wherever people want to invite me to.
So why the second time?
So the first time when I came over, I did the project started where I did a Facebook posting one evening, and it was pretty much open to anybody to contact me and to get involved with the project. And at that stage in 2011, I came over because most of the invites that I got were from Dallas and Houston. So I embarked in 2011. I came over to the States and I did 150 interviews.
Okay.
And then when I went back, most of the interviews were with Afrikaans, predominantly white people.
Okay.
And there was a certain. Okay, well, that should be off camera. that's a sensitive
stuff.
one.
Are you kidding?
Well, you see, I don't want to offend anybody, but I mean, the most of the interviews that I did were with people that were much more conservative, much more not very positive about the future of South Africa and South Africa in general.
Okay.
I mean, they all miss South Africa and they love South Africa and whatever, but they don't see a very bright future for South Africa.
Okay.
So when I posted the videos when I got back, I had a lot of other interest from other parts in the US. People said, well, why don't you come to California and hear our stories, because we are, more liberal, if that's what you want to call it. And that's the reason why I'm back, doing more interviews. So I've done, on this trip, I've done Florida, I've done California, Colorado, Nevada, New York, Washington, and did Texas again, and going back to Atlanta after Nashville. Oh, and obviously Tennessee. Been here. So, yeah. How can I forget that one?
So this is going to be a documentary,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Okay. And have you ever done a documentary before this?
Well, I've been in the media industry for quite a long time. I've done a lot of. I've done basically what my trade is a sound designer, musician, producer, and I've done a lot of music for documentaries and for jingles, for ads, and whatever. So I've always worked with visual and sound.
Okay.
So for me, it's almost like second nature. Doing the documentary is. I've always wanted to do film music, and in South Africa, we never had the opportunity to do music for film because nobody actually did did films.
Right.
So I decided, well, screw that. If I can't, if there's no opportunity for making music for film, I'm just going to make my own film, and that's what I'm doing. So
that's the beautiful thing about being creative. Is
there you go.
the path makes itself,
That's it.
and it just
And this is what this project is all about. The story is telling itself. You know, I'm the messenger. I'm the guy with the camera behind the camera. You guys you're the subjects. You telling the stories. You know.
So what is your hope for the project? Are you trying to get it to? Are you just want
Look,
to do the
I'm
project
not-
and see where it goes?
Well, look. I mean, I'm a very realistic person. And I know that you don't make money with documentaries.
Right.
You definitely don't retire or buy get your house in Llandudno or somewhere in Camps Bay from what you're going to make out of a documentary. So it's pretty much a love thing. I'm doing it for the love of the project. I know I'm not going to make millions out of it. But well, you know, the thing is, I mean, that's not my motivation. That's not why I'm doing it.
Right. No,
The motivation is because I really want to hear the stories of other people.
You want the world to hear these stories.
Absolutely. Because it's like I say this every day. You know, throughout my research, from all the research that I've done, I found that nobody's ever done a documentary on South African immigrants. And I just feel all these stories are going to waste. It's generations that, you know, my kids, your kids, the kids of tomorrow. If somebody doesn't tell these stories or document these stories are just going to go to waste. So.
Well, I think it's nice to also see. I don't know, it's a couple of years now since the end of apartheid, and obviously there's been a lot of change, good and bad, but I'm sure it's refreshing to see how people have, I don't know, found new adventures.
Yeah.
And no matter what they think of where they came from or the situation, it's always nice to see how, you know, even if you're forced to go apart, how you can, you know, find greener pastures.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, you know, I always say you can't generalize. Each person has his own story. I mean, even in a family setup where there's a mother and a father and kids, they've all got different stories. You know, the father's got his reasons why he left or why he decided to take his family away from South Africa. The mother's got her reasons. The kids are pretty much, most of the young kids that I meet they just, you know, along for the ride, and they seem to assimilate much easier than their parents. A lot of people struggle. We were just having this conversation just now, where a lot of people struggle to assimilate because they still hold on to the past. Where other people, I mean, I met people. Most of the people that I met today, they're extremely happy where they are, and they've moved on, and they don't miss South Africa. You know, they'll go back once in 2 years or whatever, and they'll go for a holiday. But in general, you know, those people, they've moved on, and it's like South Africa it's the past, you know, so.